this very, very interesting grave here. And it says, who died at the same place on her funeral. What's going on, everybody? Grave visitations back here again. And today I'm in a very old cemetery called Grange Cemetery here in County Wexford, and a very historic old cemetery with a lot of history here. There's a grave here of an able seaman who was washed ashore in County Wexford, who was torpedoed by a German U-boat. Now, I'm looking for the grave of the sailor who was washed ashore in Wexford, and I think I've come across it here, and it's just up along the hedge at the top of the cemetery here. And this looks like the grave here, and I found it. As you can see, the anchor on it there for the sailor, and it says on it J.A. Askew, able seaman, S.S. Dalewood, and that was the name of the ship, and that ship was torpedoed by a German U-boat. Now, I will put more information in on the video about that, but I believed he was a collier, they were called. She was transporting coal from Wales to another part of the UK when they were torpedoed by a German U-boat, and I believe all 19 people on board drowned on the 26th of February 1918, and he was 34. He was 34 years old. There's a lot of these old, like this one here, the cross is broken on it there in bits and pieces, and this old wooden cross here has rotted and broken away also. So imagine that this is a burial place of somebody here, and there's no name, unfortunately, on any of it, and that's the base of the cross. I think that broke, but I don't see any names on this old grave, but I don't know what's in there. There's nothing really. Sad to see a grave like that. And you see the old cross there. Now, there is a plate on that side of it there, but there's still no inscription on the plate. You see this old one here. Now, it's very hard to read some of those. Unfortunately, it looks like Timothy maybe. But this one here, it's really nice. All this rusty old railing that goes all around it there. And inside the cross and the gate, actually, you can just see the gate there where it opens, and the gate just open out like that. And it's just full of all those weeds and overgrown inside. Now, there is a headstone inside, and it's kind of lying on its side, and the other one is lying the opposite way to it. I'm just going to see, can I have a look at that and read any name. 1830 is a date that's on it. Here lies the body of Mary, it looks like, Kilmore, who departed this life in 1830, aged 56 years old. And her husband Nicholas, who died in the 1830 something as well. So that's an 1800s. An 1800s old grave. And close this gate back. What a beautiful old rusty iron around that, and that cross on top. Beautiful. Now there's one next door to that also. Just in here, beside that one there I was looking at, we have this old one. And there's a little small Celtic cross in the corner there. And like the base of a monument, and the base was fallen down. Just around there, fell from there down. And it's hard to see any names on that, I won't be able to, but that little cross is beautiful, the Celtic cross. And all that lovely wrought iron again around both of those, look at that. Stunning craftsmanship there. So this is the site of, there's an old church on the graveyard site. Now I call it a graveyard here, they call it a cemetery online. But as you know, if there's a church, site of an old church on the grounds, then you would call it a graveyard because of the church. So, you know why they call it cemetery, I don't know. Here's another cross with the initials here. Lovely memory of Alice McGrath, Tully Bards, who died the 11th of August 1931. Aged only 18 years old, it says. "18 years old," lovely little cross on that. So a lot of these in the old graveyard here, they're all just crosses with no names on them really. And here's another one of those with the orange lichen or lichen on it. Nicholas Riley, who died the 14th of November 1918, aged 10 years old. Also Ellen Riley, who died the 7th of April 1919, aged only 5 years old. So I'd imagine they're brother and sister. And one died in 1918 and the other one died a year later, aged 5 years old. Very, very sad. The lovely cross there. And you can just see on top of the cross the pebbled kind of stones on it. Mary Roach, it says on this, in memory of, who died in June 1970. Little girl with a hat on. Isn't that beautiful? This has fallen over. Here, I want to fix this up. I think it was for candles. on Mary's grave, and the little girl statue on it is beautiful. Some of these, this graveyard here reminds me of one of those old graveyards you'd find out in America also. You know, that burnt look in the grass and all those old graves. And there's a headstone, unfortunately, that has broken away. April the 3rd is all I can see on that. A headstone that broke. And this one here lies the body of Nicholas Whitty, I think it says there, who departed this life September the 27th, 1781, that looks like there. Now there's a lovely monument there, and I don't know if I can get in to read it. It's a very old monument. Now there is a gate there, and you can just see all the railing that goes around that. It's a very big gravesite. There's other slab stone and headstones in there also. So I'll just see, can I maybe get entrance in to try and read, because there's a lovely headstone in there that I'm trying to read, and it's worn away there, unfortunately. A lot of it has worn away. James Kelly, who departed this life 1884, age 60. And all the oranges come on that part. It's a really nice monument, very large. Look at that. Now one of the headstones here is really nice. And you can just see the angel symbol on it there, the wings and the face. And all the writing has faded off it. Now that could be one of Cullen's headstones. Stone man who carves all those headstones to Cullen. Man, it could be. And the sun is on it there also, which is really nice. All that old railing around it. So I'm going to close this. Close that back up, guys. There. And that's the monument, and the railing all around is really, really nice. I think it's the largest one I've seen, or one of the largest maybe I've seen in the graveyard here. So I'm going to continue on around the old graveyard here. So I go under this arch here with all this ivy just in here, and up along here is the monument to the Whitty family. Now all that railing here, I'd imagine as well, is belonged to the Whitty family. The burial area, it's a massive railing, with that old design on it. Look at that. Beautiful designs on it. And there must be an entrance to that. Just the other side, you can actually walk in from the other side of the old church ruin there. You can come in along there, and there's graves on the grave slabs on the ground. There's an old headstone just here then, erected by Chorish, it looks like the name, his surname is Mary. And the date on that is 1814. You can just see it there, one of the dates on it, age 60. 1814. So just hidden in here we have the Whitty monument, and they say that this monument was erected and it goes back as far as the 1600s. I'm sure that's the crest up there of the Whitty family. There's a cross and lovely design around it there. Now there is writing down here. Now that writing looks like to me it could be either Latin or something like that. And I'm trying to see if I can find a date. Now just there, if you look there, you can actually see 1670, 1670. Right there, 1670. So when I mentioned it was 1600s, you could just see the date on it there now. How far back it goes. I'm just going to look and see, is there any other dates or years on it there maybe. But there's definitely that one there of 1626 maybe. You can see birds have made a little nest for themselves on top of the monument there. Look at that. A little nest right underneath all that shelter there. There's a lot of old graves in here. That one there, that wall just there, that bar is supporting all that wall, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now I mightn't be able to get in here, and I was hoping to get in and read one of those. And you can see all that wall there now, that's more iron railing there, and it's completely just overgrown. Look at that. All that is overgrown. And you see all the headstones and the entrance to the gates that go into it there. So that's the other side of that wall I was showing you with all the bar on it. It's supporting all that wall. I imagine that wall could collapse. Right guys, so I've gotten in as far as here. And I'll just show you all those. I've kind of broken down all that to make a pathway in this old grave here to come in and show you this very, very interesting grave here. And I had to get in to read it to show you. So it says here, to the memory of Florence Sullivan, who departed this life on the 6th of October 1860, and her age is there somewhere, age 70 something, 9 maybe years old in it. So we have Florence Sullivan, who departed this life in 1860 in her 70s. And then just here it says also of her brother William Empson, Empson, and it says who died at the same place on her funeral in October, age 70 years of age. October the 10th it says, and I can't see with the ivy there, but you can just see there how interesting that is. Florence Sullivan, who died in 1860, and her brother William, who died at the same place on the day of her funeral in October. So you can see that she died in October, and William died in October also. So he died the same day as his sister's funeral. Now I've never come across that before. What a find, and very unusual, but all that grave, I broke down all that there, and all that high overgrowth there. I made a pathway, as you can see, in along to the headstone, because I had to read that. And that's just amazing. I've never seen that before. So whether he died at the burial or the church part or whatever, I don't know. But he did die the same day as his sister's funeral in the same place. Wow. There's one of those old railings again, going all around. Some of the graves here have fallen over the headstones. A lot of them broken and falling over and stuff. Lovely, beautiful one here. This iron rail, and look at that. And just at the top of the grave there we can see like a little statue in it. Inside, statue of Our Lady or Jesus maybe. Beautiful grave, and can't see any writing on it. They've faded away, unfortunately. So it's just a quick walk around to show you this amazing old historical graveyard here in Grange, County Wexford. The Sinnott family. Now just over here is, now I'm not sure what name you would call it, I'd have to look it up, and I'm sure one of you would know. But that is the old style wooden, that thing there that looks like a ladder, and that's the thing that actually carries, in the old days, back in the day, they used to carry a coffin on that in the churchyard here on the day of a burial. And that's the old way of carrying the coffin, all that there underneath that. Isn't that amazing? The old way of carrying the coffins back in the day. Now there is something written on it here. On the other side of this plaque it says Grange, B-I-E-R, made by Jim Moore, Rackerstown in 1939 it says. This would have been a beautiful stone in its day. Look at that. You could see the design on it there. Wow. Look at that. I'm just going to see, can I push that back? Because I want to show you what's under it. Look at that. carving of Jesus on that headstone. Really nice. Look at that for workmanship. Stone cutter. Look at that. Jesus on the front. Isn't that gorgeous? That headstone. I'm going to put it back here where it was. And it has broken off the base of it there, unfortunately. And it was a beautiful headstone, and I would love to see that repaired and put back together in some form to see what it looks like. Really, really nice. So guys, that's the end of the walk here at Grange Old Cemetery in Wexford, and I hope you enjoyed the walk. If you liked the video guys, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up and the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel and do all that stuff that you do on YouTube. And thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Take care guys.